As I promised, this video comes with a part 2. And getting deeper into the things that I don't really want to talk about. Or I never like talking about. With how chaotically stupid and how jumbled up. Kind of sound like I was doing a Markiplier video trying to explain the problems with YouTube. Although I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Markiplier. It's just I just felt like I was all over the place, kind of like in that video. So yeah, and you're gonna have to forgive me. I don't know how to vlog, really. I'm just winging it, especially in this video. So, talking about some things, trying to be as personal as possible. As personal as I possibly can be without being too damn personal. I didn't make a good friend. That's not even correct. I didn't make a best friend until my first junior, beginning of senior year of college is when I actually made my first best friend. Now everyone else can say like, yeah, I made best friends back in kindergarten. I made best friend, like me and her have been best friends since kindergarten or middle school. No, it took me all the way to be 20 something before I actually made a best friend. And she's kind of the most amazing person that I have ever met. And she doesn't even realize how amazing she is. And it's just me speaking platonically. So before any of you guys start going like, oh, you must like her. No. Platonically, best friend, big sis, because she's a year older than I am. The fact that I can talk to her about anything, the fact that I can share my fears, my hopes, my insecurities, my anxieties, my awkwardness without being looked at as like the weirdest guy in the world. Although she probably still looks at me like I'm the weirdest guy in the world, but it's like I appreciate and accept your weirdness. I don't have to be anybody else around her. I don't have to put on my professional mask with her. I don't have to put on my INFJ mask with her. I don't have to put on any layers for her. And before anyone says, well, I don't have to put on layers for anyone else, we all have to put on a mask and stuff for everyone. We all got to put on a costume to perform our daily stuff. Hell, there's even a video game called Persona that even talks about the same thing. Our persona is the mask that we put on to survive our daily trials and tribulations. That's why I love that game. Because it sums up how I feel like life is. How I kind of have to live most of my life. But with her, I don't have to do that. So, love you, big sis. Hope you're having a great 4th of July week, because that's what you're doing right about now. So, yeah, so making a best friend in college for the first time ever. It's something I've never known how to do, and I still don't even know how to fully comprehend it. Because part of me is just like, why the fuck would any normal person want to be best friends with me? I'm all over the place. Do you not understand? Like, I am good for like a career, maybe a good beer with, but like you are like accepting that we're best friends. Although she has two other best friends, but they're like, but side point, they are way, and they understand that, yeah. Although they're cool people too. One of them I can get in trouble with, but that's outside of this. The point is that I was so awkward and so not accepting of a lot of things of who I am, that it took me this long to go and make best friends. I can't tell you if this is the greatest thing ever or the saddest thing ever? Because to me, it's great that you finally made a best friend, but then it's like also sad that it took you this long to find someone. And the thing is, like, having someone that I don't have to put on airs with is probably the greatest thing ever. And I know, hopefully mom doesn't watch this, because then she probably think, well, why you didn't have to put on airs for me, you don't have to do nothing for me. Parents say that, but let's be honest, most of the time you don't want to disappoint your parents. Most of the time it doesn't work that way for everyone has their own situation, but you don't want your parents to look at you like you're a fuck up. And I kind of feel like I am a fuck up half the time when it comes to stuff, except when I'm playing video games, or except when I'm making video games or writing stories or being creative or talking ish on social media. Like, those are the only times I don't feel like I'm completely fucking up. But like outside of that, you're watching me now. Amazingly enough, I don't know, even won't know why. So yeah, so that's partially me right there. The guy who just recently learned how to make friends. And I'm talking about genuine friends. Genuine, not the friends that you made because their proximity, you live in the same dorm as them and they live down the hall from you. No, I'm not talking about that. Not because they're in the same class as you, not because you guys kind of like something similar, but the fact that you guys, for some odd reason, you guys decided to share secrets with, and now you're kind of stuck with each other because ain't no way you are leaving each other because you guys know the worst things about each other. And I'm actually okay with that. Terrified sometimes, but I'm actually okay with that. So, that leads me to getting into the nitty-gritty of why that's even important. I value friendship a lot. Didn't used to, but I value it more now. But I value my friendship knowing that they know that sometimes, especially my best friend, I'm glad that she knows that sometimes Marcus Sly disappears and he does his own thing. And he goes off and does his own thing. And he doesn't mind hanging out with other people, and he doesn't like everyone. He's not everyone's biggest best friend, but he does. But they know that Marcus tries to respect everyone. However, I can't say that about dating. To me, dating sucks because in my experience with dating has never worked out the way I wanted to, and that's the same thing with making connections, sex, and all that other stuff. It's just always been like a confusion, a cluster F of like crazy. I dated a girl briefly who was pretty much Lucifer, Satan incarnate. Like, everything she did was just bad. Like every effing thing that we got into was just trouble. To the point where I even I would sneak off from school with her, and most of the time no one really noticed I was gone and no one really cared. And if they did report that I actually left school, it would just be like, oh, well, this is a mistake, get it settled in school. And really, no, I wasn't at school at that time. And plus I was a geeky kid that really no one cared about that much, so like you didn't really question much. So going with this girl to and from wasn't that bad of a thing. But she was the worst. The absolute worst. And it took me a good few months to get an aha moment. Kind of story time. While dating this girl, she got mad and got drunk with someone, fired a gun right near me, and I lost a portion of my hearing. Although we don't talk about that, because I don't want my mom to know that part of the story. And I know my mom was like, who the F is what's that bitch? I don't want to even get into all that. We're not together anymore. She's not even living anymore due to her own stupidity. So yeah. And then getting more into more dating and stuff. I dated because it was normal, not because I actually liked a lot of people. So yeah, that should tell you a lot about who I was in the past. And who I am now. Dating to me, it's great to meet someone that you like, but just yeah, it's hard to find that many people that you actually do like. Because the problem is, we're always trying to date these people that are either overly attractive or have these great personalities, or just like they say all the sweet things, they have money and stuff like that, but like we don't actually like them. I think before you can, I mean, you can love anybody anywhere, but you can't just like anybody. I can love Henry down the damn street. But if I don't like Henry, it's not going to work out. Because, like, love without actually standing the person would suck. And that's the problem. I'm trying to find someone that I can stand. Regardless of gender on that one. So yeah, that's me and dating. And that was a little personal for this video, but I mean, hell, we are getting to part of the nitty-gritty when it comes to stuff anyway, so why not talk about it? So, let's see, talk about careers, hopes and dreams, love, best friend, blah, blah, blah. So why is this video so difficult to talk about? Because I'm not addressing a thing in hell for a lot of reasons, a lot of stuff that I just don't want to address. You just heard me go through a ramble. I have a lot of inner monologues and rambling, which is stuff I added to my writing all the time. Nitty gritty. I'm getting into this video. I feel like I never address who I am fully. I am a blurred, a black nerd who wants to explore the world, but has been made to be afraid of the world. So it's hard to explore something. So I'm trying to find a way to explore it with another group of people, so I don't feel as afraid to explore it anymore. I am an esocentric Christian, not a very great Christian, but I try my best to be the best person I can, and not trying to put religion on anyone else. Like, but for me, I'm just trying to get in the game. I'm trying to be in like the projects can happen. If I can get into the projects heaven, I'm good. Or like the small apartment down the street. Or if I can be in like little Texas down the street, there, I'd be fine. That's me. I'm just trying to be a semi-good person. I'm not trying to always be a dickhead, although I feel like there needs to be a dickhead every once in a while. I don't want to try to be the happy-go-lucky BSer that I try to be, especially starting off in college. And I don't want to sit there and be jaded and bitter about the world like I was in high school. No, I'm trying to follow dreams for the first half of time. Trying to be different. I am trying to pretty much not just find who I am. Because you know what? I don't believe that anyone can actually find who they really are. I feel like we have this concept of it. But to be honest, I don't think that we'll ever truly know who we effing are, because A, we're going to be prejudiced for ourselves. We're always going to either A, hype ourselves up, or B, under-hype ourselves up. Under-hype, I don't even know if that's an actual word. But we're never going to be 100% honest with ourselves. Although I'm trying to in this video. This video is more for me, talking to me, back to me, than it is talking to you guys, or you person, or whatever. And just accept the things that we can't change, and to have the serenity and the peace of understanding to accept the things that we can't understand, and to have the wisdom to understand there are some things that we just can't change. I know that's the serenity of prayer butchered, but that's me. I like going out with different people. I like my personality. I want someone who's either strong or someone who can pretty much talk my head up. And I'm not talking about like telling me that I'm the greatest thing ever, but just someone who looks at me like, damn, I can't go without this person. Because I would want to have that same feeling about someone else. I want someone who likes me for as weird as I am, who likes me as weird as my best friend likes me as a best friend. I want someone to see me as, you know what, I'm putting interest in that weird guy. But I feel like that is hard to do, because my personality doesn't go along with a lot of things that, a lot of the trendy stuff that happens when people are looking for someone else. Not tall, not even handsome. Personality's not the greatest. I'm broke, so I don't have any money. Not the most athletic. And I just know how to ish talk half the time. But this is more for me in this video to accept that, rather than for you to just sit there and be like, oh my god, let's listen to this person rant, or whatever I'm doing, to be honest. I don't know. I just decided to like actually talk. And to pretty much talk about everything that's going on in my head. And that's another thing. I like people, but I don't like people. Let me rephrase. I like certain individuals, certain people that I can look up to, and certain people that I could probably talk to about business or creative stuff with. But I don't generally like hundreds of people, because people tend to cause more problems than they solve. The more people you have in your life, the more stuff that you gotta worry about, the more secrets you gotta keep, the more hush-hush stuff you gotta do, the more people pleasing you have to do, and I don't like doing a lot of that. I don't mind doing that for video games. I don't mind just making games to make certain people happy, but I don't want to just pander. And I feel like that's what happens when you get a lot of people in your life. When you have too many people in your life, you start pandering. And I don't want to pander. I don't want to be a panderer, because I've seen how that happens. And I've seen people around me lose their effing mind trying to pander to every damn body, and I don't want to be that person. At least not anymore. I don't want to pander. This is probably the reason why I'm not that great when it comes to dating. And I can accept that. Someone accept that I'm attracted to who I am attracted to. Somewhat. I'm still working on a lot of that. Still working on who I fall in love with. Still working on who I like and who I want to be around. I'm still working on all of that, and it's scary. It's not all that, it's not like, I don't understand how people just do this and be like, this is I'm proud of being this black empowered something. I'm empowered to be the best asexual I can be. I'm empowered to be the best gay I can be. I don't know how people can do that because I'm scared of being who the fuck I am and trying to find out who the fuck I am, and I'm still trying to find out and figure all that out without a bunch of other people trying to tell me who I am. That's another thing. I know it sounds like a major freak out. I'm sorry. So, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm trying to do this without crying. You know what? This is. I don't. And I don't know that I can talk to my best friend about this, but I don't know how many other people I can talk to about this because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard being geeky by itself. It's hard being black by itself. Adding sexuality and being bi, that's another can of worms that you just don't want to get fucking into, but yet still you have to, because if you don't, like, when I say that I have fears about the world, let me tell you where my fears have gone. A few weeks ago, the mass shooting that happened in Florida. Do you not understand how terrifying that was? Let me explain to you why it was terrifying to me. Number one, the friend that I have is the type of friend who wants to try big things, new things, and want to go out and do stuff. So if she were ever to say, like, you know what, let's go to the wave, or let's go to Rainbow Cat, like something out there, because I'm not a club person. I don't like clubs. I don't like going out to clubs in Norfolk. I don't like good clubs around Virginia. I just don't like clubs in general. But if she said, let's go to the club and hang out, I would go, because hell, to advance with a best friend, that's cool. And if I don't want to go, she would understand, but still, I would like, you know what, let's try this. Although there is one place I do like going to, but it's because it feels a little bit more chill, but I just don't want to be packed in with a lot of people, and if I want to dance, I want to dance by myself, and I just want to have the headphones on and be disappearing from the world. But I would try my hardest to interact with other people just because we want to, because we're hanging out together. But the scary thing is, it's like, what if the one time that I decided to go explore the club world with her just once, and then all of that would have happened that one time I went in, and then a mass of other stuff, a can of worms that gets opened up because of it. That was part of my fear. Also a fear of, like, I have a fear of not being judged. That's not a fear, but everyone has this fear of being a backlash that they don't want to talk about. And that backlash could be anything. You get killed for liking who you like, getting killed for being who you are, getting killed for just being black. You can be killed for looking like a hoodlum, when really, what does that have to do with anyone else? And that's terrifying to me. That still, I live in a world that does not make me feel like my own superhero. That I feel not weak, but I just feel like I can't get there's not going to be a Green Lantern that's going to come and save me. And I don't have any magic powers where I can just snap my fingers and everything just becomes better and disappear. And that's scary. So, that is terrifying. Also, another thing that's scary is that I can accidentally meet up with someone like that who is so hated about themselves that they would rather take it out on other people rather than to actually fucking deal with it themselves. That's scary. That's terrifying. That's something unexplainable and mind-boggling to me that I would never know how to like deal with. So yeah. And then having conversations about mom and being careful and being safe and going out there, and maybe she might know about something, maybe she might not know. Again, I hope she never watches this video. Please don't watch this video. Please just actually, whole family, don't watch this video. And you know what? If you're part of a family of people I've gone to school with, you don't have to watch this video. Just don't. And you probably watch this video by now. But I don't know. I'm just trying to be mean. Just trying to do my own thing. So yeah. And this is hard. This is hard. You don't know how hard it is because this is talking to a camera, and I'm thinking about uploading this to a bunch of people for you guys to see this. Because maybe if I start with myself, or maybe if I start with other people, maybe I can finally get to the core of actually pushing myself forward to go and do the things I want to do. Finally. I am trying. I'm trying. But it's kind of hard to talk about a lot of this stuff. And this is not me looking for acceptance for a lot of stuff. I don't need acceptance. I've been hated for stupid stuff my whole effing life. Most of my life I've been hated because I didn't say hi to a person when clearly they could have said hi to me first. I've been disliked because I didn't feel the need to always gotta go and tell someone that they're the prettiest person in the world. I've been hated on because people like my mom better than me in elementary and middle school because she was a great substitute teacher, and I was just the awkward, he'd act like he can't talk to, he's too good to talk to us kid. And that wasn't even the reason why. It was because I didn't know how to interact with them. So I don't care about being accepted anymore. I'm okay with it. It's partially why I probably like being a villain sometimes better than being a superhero, because villains get shit done. Although that doesn't mean I'm just going to be completely evil to everybody. So yeah. It's just me being honest. Because I honestly can try to talk. And I don't know if there's going to be a wave of relief on me or not. And you can see me fidgeting because this is not my element. This is terrifying. And I'm probably not going to get Ellen to go and be like, hey, I support you and do all that. I'm probably not going to get a bunch of people telling me accolades of how great I am. I don't want people telling me how great I am. Throwing that fucking crowd in this video, that's pretty bad. Not. I want to be Bernie Burns, Rooster Teeth creator, content creator, producer, creative, runs a bunch of different stuff, runs a bunch of different blogs, always does the greatest work, always on the go. Dude's fucking talented. I want to be talented like that guy. Before I even knew about all the other stuff under Rooster Teeth, I knew about Rooster Teeth and all the cool stuff they were doing. I wasn't always like wearing the shirts and stuff and going to RTX, but I did watch it because I thought he was cool, and I still think he's cool. Philip DeFranco, I watched his stuff right by the time not when he first came out, like sometime a little afterward when he was first doing like new stuff. So sometime way before he got married and he had a kid. When he was somewhat of a chubby guy too. I guess that's around the time I still watched him. And I was a kid watching him and looking up and be like, I want to be like that guy. And producer, and he's a producer and stuff like that, and I just felt like, holy shit, I would love to be like that guy. Sorry for the language. Sorry for the language in this video, in both the videos. I want to be like Shonda Rhimes. She puts out hits after hits and hits of shows, and it's no matter what show you watch, it will always keep you on your toes, and it always impacts you and always makes you feel empowered after watching it. Although sometimes it's not always empowered for the right reasons. And even then, that's great because it's real. It's not always everyone does the right thing and everyone is a hero. Sometimes you become a villain before you can become a hero sometimes, and I like that. I like her writing style. I like the Black Nerd Girls, and I like their podcasts and how great they are on social media and stuff like that. Love listening to them. But yeah. And yeah, I can't believe that I'm actually talking about this. I can't. And you guys probably hear me, my voice crack every once in a while. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not. This is not me trying to cry or try to crack up to cry. This is more like me for the first time having an emotion where I've never had like a big surprise emotion. This is the first time I have like emotional outbursts. Back when I was a kid and stuff, and back when I was high school. But that was at a time where like still trying, and I didn't know I was autistic until I came to college. I found out I found out last year. Someone actually explained to me, because in the black community we don't talk about autism. We don't talk about mental illness. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy. Just a little weird. My mom, she did the greatest she could with that. It was mostly, I didn't want you to be hung up on it. And you know, she's right. I would have been hung up on it. But either way, it explains why I'm so effing weird. Or why I feel weird. Or why I felt out of place. So yeah. So I'm in this video here. Probably gonna cry it out later, or not. I'm not gonna let y'all see that. But thank you for watching. I need to